Willkommen zurück zur 6. Folge Highway Blossoms. Ja, letztes Mal haben Marina und Amber beim Shipwreck das erste eine kleine Kiste voller Gold gefunden und haben sich ziemlich gefreut. Am nächsten Morgen sind Mariah und Joseph und Tess vorbeigekommen, weil sie sich die Ausrüstung zurückholen wollten, haben das gesehen und dachten so, Challenge accepted. Und jetzt sind die, keine Ahnung, so Rivalen, I guess. Ja. Und Marina und Amber haben gesagt, okay, wir suchen weiter nach dem Schatz, machen uns auf die Suche nach dem zweiten Stück. Und genau da setzen wir jetzt wieder ein. We walk to the front of the RV and take our seats. Grabbing the journal from the glove compartment, I flip it open. I glance over the second to last entry. Key phrases like split path, detour, and acres of identical arced stone throw my brain into the deep end, drowning me in dizzying puzzles before I've even fully read it. Marina peeks over, trying to decipher the entries with me. A speck of inadequacy crawls up inside me, and I quickly flip to the next entry before Marina notices I'm stuck. Da versuche ich mir... Nüsse. Sind lecker. Seit ich hier bin, esse ich so unfassbar ungesund viele Nüsse. Teilweise einfach mal so eine 200 Gramm Packung Nüsse. Abends so, weil mir gerade danach ist. Und ich nicht aufhören kann. Because I don't know moderation. Einfach mal so 1200 Kalorien als Abendsnack in einer halben Stunde. Das ist nicht gut, das sollte ich lassen. Sagt er und steckte sich die nächste Nuss in den Mund. I'll deal with that later. For now, we'll just narrow this down. Much has happened since my last entry, so let me know... Ich bin heute echt zu dumm zum Lesen. Die Hitze setzt mir zu. Es ist von 38 auf 22 Grad abgekühlt. 16 Grad innerhalb von 4 Stunden. Nach einfach nur Wolkendeck und leichtem Regen. Naja. Much has happened since my last entry, so let me waste no time in beginning. As I mentioned previously, I had begun to develop a cough of sorts during my travels. At the time I thought nothing of it, just a result of being overexposed to the elements. After all, a handsomely rugged and worldly man such as myself should be used to such things. But I digress. Ich kann ja noch besser sprechen, glaube ich. Unfortunately, the more I continued under the blazing sun, the more my condition worsened, until finally my body gave out. The last thing I remember is falling off my steed. Sometime later, I awoke, next to a fire with my horse nearby. I myself could not move, as I was held down by illness and sweat, but I was reassured by a man sitting across from me. Upon further inspection, I realized he was a native of this land. I had several encounters with people of his sort during my time on the wagon trail, so naturally I was suspicious and fearful for the remainder of my gold. However, the man said he had no interest in such things. A dry, quiet fellow, the man told me his name was Lamarcy, and that I was in a canyon his people occupied, although they had been driven to a different segment of it some years back. His English was quite fluent, and when I inquired, he said he had learned from settlers as a boy. Over the next several days, Lamarcy would nurse me back to health. We would never stray too far, as he preferred looking after his estranged tribe from a distance, but I was able to explore portions of his home. Eventually, I stumbled upon a long-ruined home built into a cave on the side of the mountain. According to Lamarcy, there are many more like it, though they originally belonged to enemies of his ancestors. It was then that I realized where I would leave the next portion of my bounty. So zu lesen ist ein bisschen anstrengend. Schluck auf. On my last day with him, I informed Lamarcy of my plans, where he casually promised to guard it for me until I returned. But before I left, he pointed me in the direction of a sacred landmark, one so giant and huge it would simultaneously be a conspicuous and inconspicuous hiding place. With that knowledge, I bid farewell to my new friend. I trusted the gold in his care. Perhaps I will reward him with some of it on the return trip.
You're my Lemessy, Amber.
Was? Das hörte sich... Das will ich nochmal hören, die Line.
You're my Lemessy, Amber.
Suddenly, my chest feels like a hummingbird is fluttering around in it. I shift my eyes away from her smile and hide my face.
Thanks.
When you strip away the circumstances, I guess I did save and protect her like that Lamasi guy did with the miner. That's actually quite accurate.
A gorge is like a canyon, right?
Marina leans in closer and points to the entry, strands of her soft hair tickling my cheek. I scoot back and power through it, taking a sharp breath to recollect myself.
Basically, yeah.
Marina nearly springs out of her seat in a burst of realization, her head an inch away from smacking into the ceiling. Boah, trinkt sie auch mal was der Schatzsuche bei.
Oh my god. Does that mean we get to go to the Grand Canyon? Do we get to go to the Grand Canyon, Amber?
No.
Not unless history decides to rewrite itself. There are lots of canyons with ruins. One of them is the Grand Canyon, but most of them have been cleaned out for hundreds of years.
I choked down a groan. Indian ruins aren't exactly rarities around here. Maybe that other entry wasn't so bad after all.
So we're looking for a place that was still being used in the 1850s.
Marina hunkers down and thinks with me, wrinkles forming on her forehead as she tries to strain out an answer. Internetfreunde. Das Internet kennt immer die Antwort. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even know where to start. But hey, at least she's trying. Na gut, die haben ja beide kein Handy und Amber hat bestimmt keinen Laptop dabei.
Well, there is one place.
Marina hardly gets a breath out before I crush her dreams once again. Nice.
Not the Grand Canyon.
She slinks back into her chair and quietly pouts. Ja, Marina dreht doch wieder nichts weiter so.
It's still in Arizona, but it's a different place. Canyon de Chelly.
Déchet. Ich wusste nicht, dass es so viel Französisch in Amerika gibt. Das gefällt mir nicht. Amerika wird mir immer unsympathischer. Nicht, dass es das nicht sowieso schon wäre. Warum kennt sie sich so mit Geografie aus? Das ist ziemlich impressive eigentlich.
The Navajo weren't chased out until 1863, so the timing isn't too screwy. Place is loaded with ruins too.
Oh, are they Puebloan ruins?
Puebloan. My flow of information stops. She knows what I'm talking about? She can actually pronounce it?
Yeah. I'm surprised you know that.
Yeah.
Yep, I've been reading some of those travel guides lying around. Super interesting.
Nicht schlecht, wenn sie zumindest ein bisschen Research betreibt. Those things must be about as old as I am by now. I didn't have the heart to throw them away when I was cleaning everything out.
Hey, that's how I did it. It's the best way to learn.
Ah, so.
Anyway, Canyon de Chelly is pretty damn close to here.
Warum? Französisch. She gasps.
So it might have lined up with the route he took.
Well, I can't be 100% positive, but...
I close my eyes and snap the book shut, the air between the pages puffing out at us. Then, with one eye open, shoot Marina a grin.
I'm pretty sure.
Nice. Oh, Nüsse. Arizona's highways aren't famously boring. Nothing but hills. Up, down, up, down. There's nothing interesting to look at. Both sides of the road are smothered in nondescript shrubs. Es gibt übrigens einen Hardcore-Schwierigkeitsmodus von dem Spiel, wo man einfach deren Autofahrten so miterleben darf. Also for real, du musst das Spiel 10 Stunden anlassen zwischendurch, wenn es so eine Autofahrt sind wie jetzt. It's the part of the country where you just zone out and drive on autopilot. We finally see a sign for the town of Chinle. Chinle? Whatever. Right next to the canyon, it feels like we're approaching the promised land. Marina looks up from the book she's reading, just in time to miss the sign. Nice.
Was that it? Are we there yet?
Ohne das was that it wär's perfekt. Are we there yet?
Nah, 40 miles to go still. So about half an hour.
She makes a sound like a popped balloon and goes back to reading. We take an exit in a tiny excuse for a town. One of those places that has a gas station and a few old houses. Wie leben da Menschen, frage ich mich. Ich habe echt mal gedacht, es könnte so spannend sein, irgendwie durch Amerika zu fahren. Nicht, dass ich Amerika generell so toll finde, aber... Oh, könnte spannend sein. It's like a monopoly, where you buy up all the property you can, even though it's not that great.
This is it?
Marina repeats her earlier question as I slow down to turn left.
Nope. Almost. I don't even know what this place is called.
She makes the pop balloon noise again, but leaves the book closed. When we finally reach Chinle, it's pretty obvious. This is the first real town we've seen in hours. The outskirts are industrial, dominated by what I assume are factories. A pair of stray dogs lope along the side of the road, hungry and lean. Marina makes a sound of sympathy, pressing her face against the glass as we pass them.
Hey, Amber.
Können wir die nicht mitnehmen?
We're not getting a dog.
They're so cute. And we could dress him up in a bandana and...
Call him Mariah? Ah!
No way. I've never gotten why people want to dress their pets up like people.
Ich fühle mich ein bisschen schlecht deswegen, aber irgendwie auch nicht.
It's cute.
Ich kann mir so richtig ihr Pout dabei vorstellen, wenn sie das sagt. It's cute. Ich liebe dieses Voice-Ding. Marina pouts. I figured she was just joking, but she didn't actually think I would let her get a dog, right? Oh well. It seems that all is forgiven by the time I pull into a gas station. She's bouncing on her seat with her usual enthusiasm. Or maybe it's her bladder. Oh, gerade dabei ist Zeit für Wasser. My second guess must have been correct, because as soon as I shut off the engine, she darts out of the RV and into the store. Haben die keine Toilette an Bord? Haben das nicht die meisten Motorhomes so einen Tank für literal shit? While she does that, I fuel up. No telling when we'll see the next gas station. Could be 100 miles. And this thing drinks gasoline like a thirsty dog drinks water. Ja, wie alt ist das wohl? By the time I finish, Marina still isn't back, so I lock up and head inside. The store is devoid of other customers. It's unremarkable, with the usual selection of candy, chips and overpriced beef jerky. Oh mein Gott, ja! Overpriced beef jerky. Flashbacks to New Zealand. Let me tell you a story. Ich habe einfach alles probiert, was so irgendwie einigermaßen typisch neuseeländisch schien. Es gab so bestimmte Sachen, die man immer wieder gesehen hat. Also Dinge halt, die du nicht so in Deutschland findest. Vielleicht nicht unbedingt typisch neuseeländisch, aber zumindest typisch nicht deutsch, I guess. Beispiel waren zum Beispiel solche Ginger Slices, eine Art Ingwercreme, aber süß, auf dem Kuchenboden. Schmeckt sehr interessant, schmeckt halt echt nach Ingwer und ist ein bisschen scharf, aber süß. Oh, ganz lecker. Und eines dieser Dinge ist Beef Jerky. Gibt's wahrscheinlich auch in Amerika. Gibt's definitiv in Amerika. Das steht ja hier. Ja, egal. Ja, das Zeug ist teuer. Ich habe trotzdem einmal so ein, keine Ahnung, 50 Gramm Bar mir mitgenommen. Das ist so getrocknetes Fleisch, zusammengepresst in... Ja, also nicht die beste Entscheidung eigentlich, das zu kaufen. Ne? Aber ich wollte es mal probieren. Habe es so häufig gesehen. Da steht so... Genau, Teriyaki Beef Jerky. Mit Sojasauce und sonst was, ne? Ich esse da so eine schmeckt kaum nach Fleisch, schmeckt nur süß. Ich auf die Zutaten sehe, dieses Stück Fleisch besteht zu einem Viertel aus Zucker. Like, was zur Hölle? Also schon abgesehen von, wie kriegt man das hin? Wer isst sowas? Das ist halt, also es ist nicht ekelig, aber es ist einfach nur richtig weird und es schmeckt null nach Fleisch. Es schmeckt einfach nur weird und süß. Wer kauft sich ein Stück Jerky und... warum macht man sowas? Egal. Let's move on. I'm not hungry, just passing time. Soon Marina trots out of the bathroom, glancing around. She spots me and heads over.
Want anything?
What about a slushie?
Duh, let's see.
Duh. I leave her to agonize over the candy bars while I flip through some of the travel brochures beneath the window. There are a couple about Canyon Deshay, which is our destination just up the road. Ich überlege gerade erst, ob ich das einfach Chelly's Canyon nenne. Aus Disrespect für, naja. There are flyers for other Arizona attractions too, including the non-local ones. Of course, there are a few brochures for the Grand Canyon, plus a couple must-see sites in Phoenix, the capital. Phoenix ist auch ein nicer Name für eine Stadt. Schluck auf. Sorry. There's even an ad for a novelty just called The Thing in Tucson, but that's far out of our way. Ist das der Film?
Okay, I'm ready.
I turn around. Marina has a couple king-sized candy bars in her hand and a large bottle of Coke tucked under her arm.
You seriously need all that?
No one needs candy bars, to be fair.
I thought we could share.
Oh, this is nett. She gives me her best offended puppy impression.
Fine, fine.
Entweder ist Amber eigentlich echt ziemlich nett oder hat sie ja zu viel Cash. Wobei, nee, sie meint ja so Rents and Loans oder so, oder Payback, whatever. I still don't want anything, but I can't say no to that.
Here. I'm gonna use the bathroom too. Meet you at the car.
Hat sie den Schlüssel gegeben, ist das hilfreich? I place my wallet atop the pallet of candies she's carrying and send her towards the attendant. Ich habe das Gefühl, das ist nicht cool. When I come back out of the bathroom, Marina's still talking to the clerk. There's a bag in her hand, so she must have already finished paying and gotten distracted talking. Ja, aber so sieht sie nicht aus. I join the two of them.
Closed off, so only the guided tours are open right now.
Man kann nicht zu dem Canyon oder was? Marina looks like she's seen a ghost.
What's up?
I take my wallet from where it's just sitting forgotten on the counter.
I was just asking about the canyon and the tours and stuff.
The clerk the clerk nods.
Yup. I was saying how if you're here to sightsee, you might have some trouble. A lot of it's closed off because of all the kids coming and causing trouble looking for treasure.
Damn. I'm not surprised, but that's frustrating.
What isn't closed off?
Well, there are still some tours you can go on. Most of them, I think. But you can't do the self-guided ones.
Something else so sad is. Marina looks at me, eyes wide. Clearly she's expecting some solution from me. Marina, man muss doch einfach echt sagen, Marina ist echt nicht hilfreich, ne? Naja. Schade. I just smile at the attendant.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. And lead a dumbstruck Marina out of the store. As I unlock the RV, Marina prances around me. Was heißt prance? Ich glaube auch nicht mal alle Vokabeln noch. Na egal, who cares?
What are we gonna do?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm gonna take a nap.
Nice. She stops.
Huh?
I'm tired, so I'm going to nap for a little bit. I checked one of the pamphlets and there's a tour at 6:30, so we'll just join that and then sneak off.
Like, on our own?
Yeah.
Her eyes go wide again. But isn't that illegal? People can't do that.
Amber, you're a genius!
Okay. I twist a lock of my hair on my finger and glance away. Her constant compliments are a little embarrassing. Especially for stuff that seems obvious to me. Ja? Wenn man ehrlich, Marina ist nicht dumm, aber sie ist ein bisschen... Ich weiß nicht, wie soll man das nennen? Naja, egal.
Thanks. It's not much of a plan, though.
It's basically just brute forcing.
Yeah, but at least it's a plan. I thought we were just gonna have to give up or something.
Sie hört sich nicht an wie jemand, also sie scheint nicht wie jemand, der schnell aufgibt eigentlich.
Nah. Rules are made to be broken and all that.
I feel like... Aussprache, verdammt. I feel a bit guilty that we'll be breaking rules specifically put in place because of people like us. But I can safely say that we'll be more careful than the average treasure hunter. Just picturing Mariah, I can easily see her smashing down ancient ruins in her search.
But yeah, wake me up at 5:30. Unless you're going to nap too.
Nope, I'm not tired anymore, so I'll just read some more.
Alright, good night.
Wollte ich einfach mal tagsüber schlafen können?
Night night.
I leave her up in the front as I head back to my bed and fall into it. After bunching up my blankets around me, it doesn't take long to fall asleep. Das ist eine interessante Stelle, ein Kapitel zu Ende zu machen. I guess. Ich sollte nicht ins Mikro pfeifen, glaube ich. Schlechte Idee. I'm sorry. I wake up slowly, fighting to keep my eyes open. In the back of my head I feel something is wrong. Yeah, okay, Marina's vergessen. Let me guess. It takes a minute before I realize I've overslept. Ja, nicht deine Schuld. It's 5:45. Marina was supposed to wake me up 15 minutes ago. Ja, okay, aber das geht ja noch zu lange.
Marina?
I call her name, I get no response. Ist sie eingeschlafen? Rolling out of bed, I massage my eyes and stumble up towards the front. Of course she's asleep, sprawled out on the dash with her head buried in her arms. It looks like she's been out for a while. Jerking her by the shoulder, I shake her awake. Gut, dass sie so verlässlich ist.
What's up, Amber?
What do you think? Her speech is slurred by sleepiness. I ignore the temptation to make the "not you" joke. Oh, den finde ich gar nicht schlecht. What's up? Not you. Ja, das gefällt mir. Wie was geht, aber more original. Wobei, vielleicht passiert das dann, vielleicht kennen in Amerika auch so alle. Naja, es funktioniert halt nur, wenn jemand WhatsApp sagt, der gerade aufwacht oder liegt oder so. Naja, egal.
How's that book you're reading?
It's great. I just put it down to...
Yeah. A look of shock spreads across her face. Mounting horror takes over as she realizes the time.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I was just gonna nap, but then I forgot to set an alarm. I mean, to wake me up.
Sie hat doch gar kein Handy, oder?
Yeah, that's what alarms are for.
Freaking out, she hurriedly tries to buckle her seatbelt, failing several times in her frenzy. I pat her on the shoulder as I sit down. It's not even a big deal, but she's so worked up.
It's cool. We're not late yet. Ready to go?
Marina just nods, staring at the floor. I buckle up and turn the key. The engine roars to life and I throw it in reverse. I have to crane my neck to make sure I don't run over anyone. Road signs direct us out of town and towards the canyon. After spending so long on the highway, going down these streets with lower speed limits feels restrictive. Ich kenne das Gefühl, es ist krass, wie man sich an die Geschwindigkeit auf der Autobahn gewöhnt. Wenn man da mit 50 irgendwo lang fährt, hat man das Gefühl, man rollt gerade mit 20 in der Stadt aus oder so. Also wenn man von der Autobahn runterkommt, meine ich. Das ist krass und ein bisschen gefährlich so. From the corner of my eye, I watch Marina. She's being abnormally quiet. Fühlt sie sich einfach echt jetzt so schlecht deswegen? Ist doch jetzt nicht so schlimm. She fixes her hair, pops her knuckles and rubs her shoulders, but she doesn't say anything. Finally, I cave.
What's wrong with you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Her tone of voice is stressed. Maybe I'm more intimidating than I think.
You're being weird. Super quiet.
Oh, I didn't know if you were mad at me or not.
Ich fand das jetzt ziemlich, na okay, wir lesen auch die ganzen ihre Gedanken mit, aber... Glaubt sie echt, dass Amber sich so schnell über sie aufregt? Ich meine, wenn die sich ernsthaft ärgert, dann merkt man das ja schon.
What? For falling asleep?
She nods.
Nah, I'm not mad. Trust me, you'd know for sure if I was.
Das ist
I told you it wasn't a big deal, didn't I?
You promise?
Warum fühlt sich jetzt so schlecht deswegen?
Yeah, I promise.
Marina bounces in her seat immediately. Nah, man. Marina bounces in her seat, immediately cheerier.
Okay, cool. Cause like, if you were mad at me already, that would be a bad sign.
Already?
Sign of what?
That we wouldn't be good partners. You know, treasure hunting buddies?
Oh, we're partners now, are we? You're the sidekick, right?
Oh!
No way. I'm totally the main character. We're here because of me.
I love causing her to turn away smiling. She's a lot cuter when she smiles. I've been smiling more too, I realize. As I think that, it starts to make me sad again. That's not how it should work. Do I really deserve to be smiling right now?
Hey, Amber?
Huh.
Like she read my mind, Marina snaps me out of it.
Can we listen to Super Crush again?
Super Crush?
You seriously like that one?
Super Crush was one of those groups that Gramps loved to show off to other people, because they were so weird. All of the members played a different instrument on each album, so it was like a whole other band every time.
Yeah, it was different, but in a good way.
Denkt ihr das ist wirklich oder? No.
That's definitely true.
With one hand on the steering wheel, I dig around in the bin of tapes by my feet. Pff, das ist... Gibt's da nicht dieses Fach oder Bit zwischen den Sitzen? I flick my gaze between that and the road. Eventually, I find the one I'm looking for. It has a Halloween orange case with text that looks like slime. When it starts to play, Marina hums along. She's almost on key. Guess she liked it enough to remember how the songs go. I crank the volume up, earning a grin from Marina. The sound is tinny and distorted at this level. More distorted than usual, I mean. But it's also more fun. Our smiles last all the way until we roll into a nearly empty parking lot.